Every January, without fail, a familiar pattern appears. Celebrities step out of their neutral tone bubbles to announce some kind of personal reset. And right on cue, Meghan Markle has delivered hers. This time in the form of a moody, soft-filtered Instagram slideshow on the As Ever account, paired with one of those hazy wellness phrases that sounds deep until you stop and think about it for more than a few seconds. January reset and rituals, and wow, what a reset. What a ritual. What an impressive amount of absolutely nothing. The post itself is a patchwork of old images that feel suspiciously like unused leftovers from a summer lifestyle shoot that never quite found its moment. There are blurry trees, a contemplative Meghan, oversized, dramatic outfits, candles, and a handwritten scroll that looks less like deliberate calligraphy and more like someone scribbling to see if their pen still works. It actually takes a beat to figure out what it says, which feels oddly appropriate since confusion appears to be part of the brand strategy. Naturally, the jewelry takes center stage. The ring is framed so deliberately it might as well be auditioning for its own spin-off. Because if there's one ritual Meghan never abandons, it's ensuring that every symbol of status gets its time in the spotlight. And then there are the pomegranate seeds. Why pomegranate seeds? Are we supposed to read this as a fertility symbol? A nod to Greek mythology? A soft launch for some dreadful as-ever pomegranate-flavored product absolutely no one asked for? Or is it simply another visually pleasing food sacrificed on the altar of high-end pseudo-spiritual wellness culture? Honestly, how many foods can she manage to ruin? What's absent is almost more telling than what's included. There are no beach shots. No joyful skipping along the shoreline while carving 2026 into the sand like a gap year Pinterest fantasy brought to life. There's no major reveal at all, just recycled imagery and a breathy, half-formed slogan. And then there's As Ever, which still feels far less like an actual brand and far more like an Instagram mood board created by someone who believes depth is achieved by muting the colors. This is promotion at its laziest. Recycle old photos, attach a vague caption, and wait for the algorithm to do the heavy lifting. You'd think once New Year's Eve had passed, the sparkling wine push would be over, unless there's a dusty clearance shelf somewhere that still needs clearing. The whole thing screams reset, which is almost funny, considering how many resets one couple can possibly have. Another year, another rebrand, another attempt to sell the idea that this time it's different. Spoiler alert, it never is. Reset. Reshuffle the staff. Repeat the same patterns, somehow expect a new outcome. There's also something oddly lonely about the tone of the post. Rituals, plural, yet it's just Meghan, alone, posing in carefully curated isolation. No friends, no wider circle, no sense of community, just vibes. Visually, the collage is chaotic, everything is blurry, constantly. The colors don't work together, the scale feels off. The images clash instead of flowing. It's the kind of mood board you'd send around as a temporary placeholder, except most people's are more thoughtful, better edited, and actually communicate a feeling. Sorry, Meg. No Girl Scout mood board badge this time. And the audience? They're not buying it. At this point, everyone recognizes Meghan and Harry as full-time rebrand specialists. The New Year, New Me routine has worn thin, especially when warmth and authenticity are still in short supply. So no, Meghan, this isn't a reset. It's a rerun. Same look, same empty language, same overly serious delivery. If a real reset were the goal, the boldest move would be silence. Sell the house, log off, vanish for a year. No PR, no vague rituals, just rest.